Hello world, Jeff The Superfan here today, and I am here on behalf of WBKF.TV and a little segment that I like to call Stay Tuned. Today, I am here with a super special guest all the way over from the other side of the pond. His name is Darren Wilson, and he is the Lead Director of Safeguarding All Fighters Eventualities, S.A.F.E. or SAFE. Darren, how are you doing today, my friend?
Absolutely right back, sir.
Awesome, yeah. Good to see you.
Nice to be on. Thanks for asking me to come on. Yeah, all's good, man. Late over this side of the pond. But what time is it with you now?
I'm sitting here at about 1:30, somewhere around there, quarter after 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah, half 9 at night.
There we go. Yeah, we're 8 hours difference between the two locations where we're at. For me, it works out good for these type of interviews because little soup is at school, so it presents that opportunity for me to have some silent background as well. So yeah, it suits well.
I've been trying to get the silent background and shove the kids upstairs and misses and all that. Yeah, I'm in for it when I go up to bed.
Yeah, I hear you there. What can you tell me about SAFE, Safeguarding All Fighters Eventualities? What exactly is this?
Right. Now there's a question.
Yeah.
There's a question. Right. SAFE. So safeguarding, general safeguarding. I don't for your fans, and you know, if you've been on the Spartan BK Fight Club page by Christian Roberts and Mark Godbeer, and to name a few. I started fighting for Christian for Spartan BK Fight Club. And my background is I'm in long-term recovery from substance misuse, mental health issues. I've had bloodborne virus tests because of the nature of how I were using drugs, you know what I mean, for 28 years. And you know, I never went down the steroid route, but when I was fighting and getting around with lads and stuff and in private chats, you know, when we're on a card, you know what I mean, we're going to, you know, we fight, we have a group to fire it up a bit, you know, before the match, get some names calling and all that sort of stuff, and you know, to give other people support. And what I noticed was people were suffering like me, you know what I mean. They had issues, you know what I mean. So that's really the sort of mainstay why I set it up. I saw a failing, not just at Spartan, but from what I see across combat sports. You know, it's all right when you're flying, when you're in the top and you're pulling, you know, you're selling tickets and you're getting the crowds there. I spoke to plenty of boxers and stuff, and they sort of said, that's it, you get all support in the world. But it's this, as you know, the fight game is a complex thing. You know, making weight, opponents not turning up, losses, you know, getting beaten. So a bit of PTSD type, PTSD. I've lost my words and everything. Oh, it's late, I told you.
I have that effect on people, I'm told.
Yeah, I know how this affects on women.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're experiencing it. I don't know how to take that, but I'll take it as a hidden compliment.
Yeah. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Yeah, you're over at pond, so we're all right.
Yeah,
man. Right, yeah. So that's why I sort of brought about it, and plus, to be honest, because I fought for European light heavyweight title with Spartan, and I had my jaw snapped by Leon Brazil.
Yeah,
and
that was a hell of a fight. That was your final fight, like your last fight, was it not?
Yeah, that just been 12 months ago, September 20th it was.
Already.
Yeah, I know, but in that time I've had 3 operations. You know, I've had plates put in, plates taken out, screws popping out, my jaw dislocating, bolts put in. It's just been a nightmare, man.
I can imagine.
Been a year of pain, a year of pain. So
absolutely,
you know, so I wanted to stay with Spartan. You know what I mean? Because we're like a family.
Yeah. Awesome,
And
awesome organization.
yeah, definitely. You like to stop me, Jeff, because I'll just carry on ranting. Me, just throw something at me.
Oh
I just
yeah, no, absolutely. So you had mentioned that earlier on there was a little bit of substance abuse that had happened. You had about approximately 20 years. I'm not ashamed of my past. I had a 3-year history with a drug addiction as well, 16 years ago now.
yeah,
So I've
well,
got a
man.
little bit of understanding in regards to that, as well as I have my own mental health issues as well, panic disorder, anxiety, claustrophobia, a whole slew of things that have come on in the last few years for me. So I can relate to some of the things that you're saying here in regards to yourself and your own personal experiences. With the organization SAFE, how is this helping the fighters that are in these organizations like Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club?
Right. So I'm always on end at form. You know what I mean? I've got a website. I've got the Safeguarding All Fighters Eventualities Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube channel. You know, the email set up, and people can contact me anytime. So, but it's not only for the fighters as well. It's not only for the fighters. You know, it's about that lived experience. You could identify then with what I've been through. You know, I had 28 years of substance abuse,
Yes.
right from your social using right up to, you know, the heavy class A stuff,
Yeah.
criminal record that went along with that stuff. You know, street homelessness, you know,
Sure.
9.5 stone, wet through, you know,
Yeah.
just totally demoralized and on my knees, you know, mentally, physically.
Absolutely.
So people can reach out, you know. It's not only for fighters, because I know when I was in addiction, it was a family illness. You know what I mean? Because the ripple effects, my family were affected by it all, and so
Absolutely.
fighters' families are affected by the issues of the fight game as well. You know, because they're the ones that miss out when people are training. That, you know, have got to be stringent around diets. That can have to, you know, take somebody's mood when they're lost, or, you know, when they're charged up when they've won. You know, it's I'm there on end at form. You know,
Yes.
we're gonna what I want to do is, I mean, I attend a sort of well-known anonymous mutual aid group that's worldwide, and that's how I do my recovery.
Okay.
But what I'd like to set up is a mutual aid group for fighters, mutual aid group for fighters that suffer with these complex needs. And I've got that identification of, do you know what, when I fought so and so, I felt like this after, a bit emasculated, and I felt, you know, because when Leon broke my jaw, for
Yeah.
2 or 3 days afterwards, I felt vulnerable. I felt weak. I
I
felt
would
like I couldn't
imagine.
defend my family. I felt like, you know, a bit edgy walking down the street, because not only for the pain and the physical side, but mentally, you
Sure.
know, something coming towards my face and stuff. It was like a bit jumpy. So I think mental health or mental illness, mental ill health can come in many forms and at many levels. So just there support, and if that I can't sort of like talk to somebody from a place of empathy and understanding, then I've got connections across the UK because I'm in recovery, because all my friends are in recovery. You know what I mean, that work at substance misuse places. You know, I've worked in recovery centres, I've worked in mental health places. I'm currently working for a criminal justice recovery lead. That's, you know, that's what I do sort of through the day.
Very nice.
So I've got experience and connections. You know what I mean. So if I can't put them in touch with somebody, I'll find somebody that can. You know.
Absolutely. Wow, that is phenomenal. So you're wanting to help out fighters that have had these challenges, um, and provide a place for them to gather and be able to talk amongst themselves about the challenges they have, but feel comfortable in that setting because they're around people with familiar stories as themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and that's just sort of one avenue to take it down. You know, there's many more things in the pipeline. Once this is sorted out with board of directors next week for the community interest company, then we can start applying for funding. You know what I mean? To run projects. You know, I'm going to be around not only boxing, but MMA, karate, jiu-jitsu, you know, any combat sport, Muay Thai, you know, because and across the UK as well. You know, it's not as big as over your ends, but you know, it's still a bit of distance. But I don't mind traveling. You know,
right. Man, that's wonderful. I'm not aware of many things like that out there currently, and for you to be providing something like this for fighters, I think that's absolutely wonderful. And as you said, not just for the fighters, but yeah, man, that's this is a service that I could see myself using as well, being in this industry, in the fight game, in my own role of what I do. But I could absolutely see that, because in my own conversations with people like yourself and with fighters from North America, from Europe, when I'm having discussions off camera before and after we're recording, I find that I relate to a lot of things that happen with yourselves, with my own cases that I have with my mental health challenges, right? And I find comfort because the fighters that I'm talking with off camera, I'm comfortable talking with them because they're accepting me for who I am. And not putting anything else to it, just relating to the challenge with the brain. My doctors asked me if I was a fighter. They asked me if I played football for a living, because my brain on the scans resemble a person with a mass history of concussion. I've got a lot of damage in the gray matter of my brain. There's some unidentified glowing orbs that they've discovered now, which is identified with people usually in their later 60s and 70s, going into early onset dementia and Alzheimer's. And these are the challenges that I face myself with my brain. And having somebody like yourself to talk to would be absolutely phenomenal. And that's what you're providing. This is wonderful.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, once Facebook's back up and running, because it's gone on like a global meltdown today, hasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it's made it a bit challenging earlier on to get links across and stuff. But you know, you've got me on Messenger. You know, as long as you're not doing it through middle of my night.
Right.
I'm you have to make sure time zones are right. But yeah, give me a call anytime, man.
Man, I really appreciate that. There was a few times a couple of weeks ago where the family was out. I was here at the home alone, and I started going into a state of paranoia, of being claustrophobic inside of my home. The walls were closing in. I have PRN medication I take. I usually am good with just taking CBD oil, but sometimes I need to take the pharmaceutical prescription per required need, PRN. And to help get out of that state that I get into. And yeah, man, I absolutely could have used somebody that would understand where I was coming from to talk to.
Well, that's it, and it's sorry.
No, I was just going to say, and the situation that I had would have played in perfectly, because it would have been hitting at about 10 a.m. your time.
Yeah, man.
So it was middle of the night. I sometimes wake up in panic in the middle of my sleep, and I'm awake, but I'm still half asleep, but I'm in panic mode. And it's very challenging. So
it's like, go on.
No, please.
I was going to say that I identify with the mental health side of it. You're talking about Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that. Now, Alzheimer's runs in my family. My granddad passed about 3 years back now, and he had Alzheimer's. I think my dad's on his way that way as well. I'm not sure whether the amount of drugs that I used for 28 years or whether it's part of my genetics as well. But my memory's terrible. You know, if I don't make a list of something,
Yeah,
directly right away, gone. You know, just
I
like
fully relate.
just like tonight, you know, we said we're going to send a link at 8:30, and I were like, oh, clock watching, or obsessively clock watching, and sending emails and trying to control it, and like, what's going on, what's happening? And
I
it's
understand.
yeah, it's just like I'm all right, you know, I'm sort of obsessive compulsive, but not around cleaning.
Yeah,
My missus, if you get
I
obsessive
can hear
compulsive
you
around
there.
cleaning, I'll
I
be all
hear you
right.
there.
But anything else, you know, I've been obsessing about buying a large trailer, you know, for SAFE
Sure.
for quite a few days. I found one, and now I ain't got a vehicle with a tow bar on it, you know, a tow ball to go pick it up. So I'm obsessively trying to
No,
find
you're
something with a tow ball.
right, right.
Yeah, it's just it can go from one thing or another. Because once I put the drugs down, I'm still obsessive and compulsive,
Right.
but
And it's
I still suffer with depression as well, and I take pharmaceutical medication for that, you know, and I'm all
yeah,
right with that
yeah,
because I've got, you know, serotonin, dopamine levels I used for so long. My body chemicals, my brain chemicals are all over the place. I don't
I
know what
understand.
day it is half the time. I used to take antipsychotic medication, drug-induced psychosis. You know, you were talking about orbs and stuff in your brain. My
Yeah.
head went straight onto aliens because that's
Oh yeah.
I thought aliens were coming in through electricity. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Taking light bulbs out and everything and barricading
Yeah,
myself in, and you know, it was real. You know, sort of paranoia. I understand that angst of that paranoia because it's real.
sure. In the moment, absolutely it is.
Moment.
Right. It's as real as it can get.
Yeah.
Man. And I understand what you're saying there about the alien thing as well. In my previous field, so before I did this, before I became a super fan, I worked with people with special needs. That was
Yeah.
what my past 15 or so years was. Working, I specialized. Well, I say specialized, but a majority of the people I helped were autistic, people
Yeah.
with autism. So I got to see a lot of things um, that were happening in a mental capacity for them that I later on started to experience. So
Yeah.
having that experience of working with them in the past has helped me a lot to deal with a lot of the issues that I go through. You mentioned depression as well. That was something that I always thought that I had something that I called situational depression. I wasn't
Right.
depressed. I was a happy person and a very positive person. There were times that things would go on in my life and then I would be depressed around those situations.
Yeah.
But what I found as I got later on in life, I'm in my early 50s now, and what I found was that all these situational depressions, when I look back over a period of time, took up a vast majority of my life. So while I only was really seeing it while I was in the moment, I didn't
Yeah.
really realize the
I
days and
was
weeks
stacking up.
on either side of it that lead up to it and coming out of it. And that once I finally accepted that I have chronic depression, I was able to get it treated properly. And I'm in a much better place today than where I was then.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the stuff. And like just talking with yourself now.
Yeah,
I know I know where you're at, where you've been, and you can know where where I've been. So the
sure.
mutual aid stuff around fighters, definitely. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's that lived experience. You know what I mean? It's lived experience. I don't know what the buzzwords are over there, but in sort of treatment and commission services over in the UK,
okay.
it's lived experience and co-production. You know what I mean? They
Correct.
want people. Yeah, that's
Same,
how
same
it is,
here.
and that's what I've got a lot of. You know what I mean? And that's what the people that I deal with got a lot of lived experience, and we can build something together.
Absolutely.
Our tagline is vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. You know what I mean? But together we are strong. You know,
Absolutely. Yeah, that speaks volumes to me. Together we are strong. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This,
Got goose pimples
I
and
mean, I was
everything.
just, wow. I was just gonna say the same thing too. I felt a bit of a bonding and a connection that just occurred over the last 15 minutes here with you, Darren, and it's absolutely amazing because in the online world we see a lot of people, but we only see their online character. We don't really
Yeah.
get to see the real person behind that person until we actually engage and talk with them, like what
Yeah.
we're doing
That's it.
today. A lot of people, I have a persona out there uh, that a lot of people misunderstand me.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Like you know, people can think what they want of me. I'm not here to try to change anybody's opinion of what they think I am or who they think I am or anything like that. All I want is to be accepted for who I am. And as simple as that. I'm out there. I'm super crazy. I'm super loopy. I admit it. I get some pretty outlandish ideas. But when those kind of ideas are focused and concentrated on, and I can put those obsessive compulsive behaviors to the side to focus on what is important,
Yeah.
it's helped me to accomplish phenomenal things. I held
Yeah.
a ring card above my head as a male ring card carrier here in
Yeah.
Canada, which a
Wow.
lot of people laugh at. They think, "Oh, you're what a fool, man! Like, what kind of are you making a mockery of the ring card girls and of the ring card positions?" My whole intent of that was to teach my daughters that you can do anything positive that you put your mind to,
Yeah, man.
as long as you conceive, believe, and achieve. You get the people are with the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. I'm a little backwards. I'm with the CBAs: conceive, believe, achieve. Conceive that idea, believe you can do it, and then go out there and achieve it. I'm doing it today, talking to you, doing interviews, something 3 years ago
Yeah.
I never would have thought of.
Well, that's it. You know, it's like all my life, because of that non-acceptance of self. You
Right.
know what I mean? I wanted acceptance for anything and everybody around me. You know what I mean? Completely, from my peers as a child, so badly bullied. You know what I mean? I used to get a good crack off my dad as well,
Sure.
and it was a case of I didn't know how to fit in, but I wanted to fit in so desperately.
Yes.
So
Wow,
that's
I
why
relate.
part of the escapism from the bullying with substances, and part of the acceptance, because when I was using, I had that confidence. People
Yes.
liked me, or it
Yeah.
seemed that liked me, and you know, so initially it gave me all that confidence and that everything that I wanted, that comfortable feeling in self, and then it stripped it all away. So I couldn't get that feeling without using. And now I'm just coming up 4 years abstinent, and it's been a journey. It continues to be a journey,
Yeah.
but I don't need to be accepted by anybody anymore. It's nice to be accepted by people,
Sure.
but I love me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love me, and this is what I'm trying to get across to people is, you know, in the bare knuckle world, in the boxing world, all that. Go in there with leather, 10 bells out of each other. Yeah, that's what we do. We fight. You know, we tough ego, bravado, you know, all that stuff going on. But I mean, underneath, I was still a scared little 12-year-old boy. And so
Right.
I can have a do. I can have a fight. Yeah. Somebody comes up to me on the street now, even though I'm a broken jaw, I'll have a fight. I can have a fight. But I can also be vulnerable, you know, emotionally vulnerable as well. And
Absolutely.
say, you know, and it's about challenging stigma. It's about, you know, getting rid of these generational views and stereotypical views that men
Correct.
don't cry. You know what I mean? Men can't be vulnerable. That you've got to be strong. You've got. Nah, you don't, man. You don't.
If
I gain strength. I gain strength by being vulnerable. I just do.
Yeah,
If I
that
keep all this nonsense that goes on in my head, don't share it with somebody else. Don't talk to somebody else, and humble myself and say, "Look, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing in life. Give me an hand." Then I'm I'm swimming against the tide, aren't I? You know what I mean? And doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting a different result.
The definition of insanity right there.
So on, man. Yeah.
True.
That's what I did all my life.
Yeah. I relate so much to that. Wow, man.
So I'm all for the people, but it helps me as well.
Yeah.
It helps me.
You're now, I say now, and that's not accurate at all. You've been there for a while with the fight scene, being a fighter. I'd like to just kind of veer away a smidge from what we're talking about, just to kind of discuss a little bit about being a fighter inside of something like the pit at Spartan Bare Knuckle Fight Club. That super small combat surface. It's 8x8, if not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think it's 2 hay bales, which are 4 feet long each, by squared, right? So I think it's an 8x8 foot surface.
8x8, yeah.
Yeah, man. And how was that like for you as a fighter, being inside of an area so small, knowing that another man is there to take your head off, the same as you are there to take theirs off?
Yeah, to start with, it was very daunting.
Sure.
As it will be. Like I say, if somebody comes and throws it on my toes out on the street, I'll have a fight. But that's knowing you're going to get in such a small arena. And don't forget, you've got a ref in there as well.
Correct.
Just had Tony Quigley reffing last one. Excuse me. There's no better dance. It's not, it's plant and bang. You know what I mean? Push and it's, with the rules at Spartan, you can grip and you can bang. But as soon as you're over Bayles, it's a break. You stop putting, you stop punching.
Correct.
So it's we're still working. You're both still working while you're grabbing hold of each other. So when you stop working, you'll get separated. So yeah, nothing like it. When you're getting a 21 with 21, you step in, you can set, you can go back in. I mean, I prefer pit, to be fair, because I'm 47 years old. You know what I mean? And so I fought last time when I was 46. And I'm a smoker as well for my sins. So fitness wasn't good. 21 with 21 fought. I just want to get close and personal. Let's just get in at each other.
Right, right.
None of this flipping 12 by 3s and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, just get in there, get your hands strapped. Because I took that fight with Leon at like 4 minutes notice. Because it's brutal, but it's so engaging, and there's going to be a stoppage. There's going to be a stoppage. It's.
Do you know the percentage? There's not many fights that go the distance. There might have been a couple that I've seen on YouTube and on the Spartan page that went the distance, but I don't recall there being very many whatsoever.
No, I mean this the last one, Fight Fest 1, which was last weekend before,
2 weekends ago, I believe.
Yeah, lose track of days. The fights went on into a couple of rounds and stuff, and whereas previously there's been not through mismatching at all, but it's just way it's gone.
Right.
My fight against Marty Barnes, who fought Leon Brazil this time for BMF or for for European. He was he was defending his European light heavyweight title with Leon. Fought both of them lads. They could both bang. I mean, definitely both bang. But yeah, the fights were going on. When I fought Marty, it was the first time in that arena. You know what I mean? And he got me a good shot. I mean, and they stopped it rightly with a big cut underneath my eye. I mean, I still say at this day I'd taken a 20, I'd taken a count and carried on, but I did feel world move when he caught me with it.
Is it a 20 count that they give, or 18 count?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's 18 up at 18. You know what I mean?
Okay. I didn't know if there was an official 18 or 20, because I've seen the referee stop at 18, but it still seems like there's still a couple seconds left. So
yeah. Well, that's it. But it's like he ready to fight at 18. If at 20, bang, you're away again.
Right. Okay, that explains it.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Wow, and you were at Fight Fest one. I saw a bunch of
Yeah,
pictures that that you were taking. You were in fact doing post-fight interviews, if not mistaken.
yeah, yeah.
How did you like that?
Oh, I love it, mate.
Awesome.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I can talk, you know, and like yourself, I'm a character. I'm a people person, mate. Do you
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like Marmite though. You either love me or hate me. I'm like, yeah,
Fully
I am
relate.
like that.
Yeah.
It's and I like to be liked, but I like to engage with people. I like to, you know, I'll going around with buckets and it's just banter, you know what I mean? Raising some funds and stuff like that and selling merchandise with me missus and my brother and sister-in-law and stuff. And my daughter, my youngest daughter. And yeah, it's like to get involved with people. Just because, you know, I don't drink anymore and I don't take substances, I still go out raving. I'm still in the middle of it, man. I still go to a metal concert. I'll do whatever. I like to engage with people.
Perfect. Yeah, you know, age hasn't changed that with myself. The mental health challenges kind of do with being in groups of people when it comes to going to concerts. But I'm still up till COVID when we just had started having live events back here in British Columbia, Canada. So
Yeah,
it's been a year and a half or so since the last live event that I've gone to. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. The first one that I go back um, to see about that anxiety bit that tends to happen in those areas. But
yeah.
yeah, concert, man. It's been at least 5 years since
But
I think Rob Zombie and Ozzy
I,
Osbourne was the last
wow.
concert that I went to.
Oh, wow. Long Goose been playing at that as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, I've I'm you know, born in 1974. I mean, the rave scene in UK,
oh
88
yeah,
onwards, you know,
sure.
so I was involved with that. But I'm a long-haired biker. I'm just not without the long hair now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mine's
But
gonna be gone pretty soon. I'm looking for a cause to uh, try to raise some money and shave my head. Try to raise some money for a cause.
yeah, man.
Perhaps
Yeah.
we can talk off camera and maybe safeguarding all fighters eventualities. Maybe I can do something in regards to trying to help raise some funds
Oh, that'd be
for
amazing.
the cause, man.
That'd be amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, like
without a doubt.
right now I've got uh, I want to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
It's essentially a symbol of the mental health challenges that I had. My last haircut I had was the night before my wedding. Now, my
Right.
wedding did not cause my mental health challenges. I just want to make that clear for the super wife when she watches this back.
Yeah, yeah.
But the last time that I had a haircut was the night before my wedding, and it was short. Now, right now, there's something.
How long you been married?
We're coming up on our 6th anniversary.
Oh man,
So
congratulations.
it's been just about 6 years. Yeah, and it's you know what? It's coming up in about a week or so, our anniversary.
Happy
So
anniversary to yourself
yeah,
and the
thank
super
you very
wife.
much. It's time. It's time to move. It's been a symbol, right, for how long I've been going through what I've been going through, but now
Yeah,
I want to move past that. It's time to get on with life. Things have been going good for the last, it's odd enough, during the whole COVID time, while a lot of people are finding that they are finding themselves challenged more mentally because of the situation, it's helped me to concentrate on myself and to be able to expand myself.
yeah,
Um, and COVID, this last year and a half, I've grown exponentially as a human. Um, and in the acceptance of who I am. They were throwing around a term here. I don't know if it was going around in the UK as well, but they were calling it the new normal. What all this is stuff that's going on with COVID is the new normal. Well, for the last 5 years, I've been dealing with my own new normal, right?
yeah,
Because I'm a different person than what I was before the instance that happened to me that changed me.
yeah,
Um, and now it's time to move beyond that. Time to get rid of the hair, time to get rid of the symbology, and it's time to move forward and go back out there into life. And if I could help you out and by doing that as well, hell man, that would be wonderful. I'll shave my head so it is as shiny as your head is today. How's that? We
Wow,
were talking about that earlier, right? About the shine.
yeah, no.
So I'll do that. I'll shave my head entirely bald to try to help raise funds for safeguarding all fighters' eventualities. We'll talk off camera. We'll figure something out.
Well, what you got? I just feel
Oh,
like I've got
absolutely, brother.
you there, brother.
Absolutely, you got it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm just saying, you know, states of normal, you know, the new normal and all that
Yeah.
sort of thing. You know, like I say, I'm 47 years old, and I started using independently and daily from 15 years old.
right.
So being clean, being abstinent is an abnormal state for me. It's
I
not
understand.
the norm. It's
Yeah.
not the norm. You know, so I'm growing along spiritual lines, emotional, mental, physical lines. It's a journey. You really, you know, they say, you know, it's a journey, not the destination.
Absolutely.
Life's a journey now, but I'm grateful. You know, I've got a lot of gratitude that, you know, because September 4th, 2017, I'd had enough, man. I'd had enough, and I tried to commit suicide, you know, because I'm in that dark place where I couldn't stop using.
Right.
I'm in a pokey little bed sit, you know what I mean, where you get a single bed in and you had to sort of like dive over bed to open the door, and all the guilt and shame I felt of my actions whilst using towards my family and friends and society as a whole. I thought I can't get out of this, but thankfully, I woke up in, you know, intensive care unit in Leeds 3 days later after taking a lot of medication and stuff. So I'm just grateful to be alive, and like you said, the opportunities that I've got now, you know, the opportunities that I've got now because I'm staying clean.
Sure.
I've got some gratitude, and I can be responsible and accountable and have a plan, and it not be ruled by if I'm poorly because of drugs. You know what I mean? Or if I've got a court appearance, or if I'm, you know, in hospital because of drugs. Or, you know, I've got a path, and I'm passionate about helping people, you know, around this stuff with SAFE, man. So
wow,
yeah, really appreciate
incredible.
it.
Well, you're an incredible human being, Darren. I've really appreciated this time that we've been able to share with one another today. You have some merchandise as well that you guys offer for sale. Can you tell us a little bit about the merchandise and where we can find that to purchase?
Right, yeah. So I've got a link that I can pass on to you. If anybody wants to get on at Facebook and look at SAFE, Safeguarding All Fighters Eventualities, there'll be a page. You can't find me personally on a normal Facebook search because I'm shut down, locked down. You know what I mean? Bad experience for an old ex, but that's another story.
Okay.
So yeah, you put some links up for us as well.
Absolutely, I will. I'll put all the links up.
Yeah.
I think I had it on the poster that was advertising the interview today. And yeah, I'll make sure that the links are published when the interview is published as well, and we'll make sure that the people know where to go to purchase their shirts like what you're wearing right now today. Yeah. It don't mean shit unless it's done in the pit.
Unless you've done it in the pit. We've got obviously SAFE as F*UK.
Yeah, I saw that shirt. That's one I want. That I'm going to be ordering a couple of them. Do you ship? Yeah, where do you ship to? Will you ship to Canada?
Well, this is the thing. You see, Canada is a really weird one to ship to.
It is from the UK, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why. It was a British thing and originally, wasn't it? Around the Queen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why do they make? Why is monarchy make stuff difficult? I don't know. But
you ship to the States?
Well, I'll ship anywhere. You know, the only thing that we can't guarantee is because of the nature of sending the items to the different countries.
Sure.
Is the insurers won't touch it. So if you purchase, say if you purchase a t-shirt, and then we send it, you know, let us know if you get it. You know what I mean? So I to be honest, I'd test one product. I'd test one product. You know what I mean? If you say if you wanted to buy 10 or 500,
Okay, gotcha.
test one product. If you
Buy
get
one
it
first.
you know what I mean, and then yeah.
I've found that, and I've heard it from a few other people as well, from a couple of the other organizations. I've had a few items that were sent out to me that never arrived. And yeah, it's strange. I haven't tried the opposite way. I haven't tried sending from Canada to the UK, but
Right.
yeah, it's odd.
I don't know. I'm not the powers that be. You know,
right.
I can definitely keep up my side at bargain and
Exactly.
Press who do his printing, which is a local firm. I like to keep it local where I live.
Beautiful.
Just putting back in the local community as well.
Yeah, excellent.
So yeah, we can certainly try, and if you get it, you know, jobs are good. And
we'll
not,
do that. I'll order one, and
yeah.
And then we'll and then hopefully when it does arrive, I can show it to people, and then that will maybe help to open the door to other people over here ordering as well, because I know other people have faced the same challenges before. So
like I said to you before, I'm straight down line, me. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, just come order, you know, send you as many out as we can, and then just grab all money and go, ah, sorry.
Yeah,
it's not me. You know what I mean?
That's not how you build a business, anyways, or how you get the reputation or the respect from people, right? So
yeah, but it's not me anyway. You know, what I value and my principles and stuff. I completely, totally opposite to doing that. You know what I mean? So
cool. I got to ask you one thing. Christian Roberts, he's a good dude, man. I've talked to him quite a few times. He's a funny guy and a super solid guy.
Funny looking.
Funny, that's what I meant to say. That kind of kept that part under my breath, but so
I can say
it. He's providing a platform for fighters, and you know, he's expanding out. They've got a ring division now that Mark Godbeer is going to be heading up, or I say is going to be. He has been heading up. I believe there's an event scheduled that's coming up now for the Southwest.
Yeah, definitely.
One word. If you had one word to describe Christian Roberts, what word would that be?
Ginger. No, no. One word to describe, because dedicated, man.
Nice.
He's dedicated. You know, he's dedicated to putting shows out there, matching fights up. You know, doing stuff for fighters and fans. Thus why, you know, I can be involved with that stuff. It's all about the promotion. It's all about taking care of the family. It's a Spartan family.
Every morning he makes a post addressing the Spartan family.
Yeah, man.
Like that's wonderful.
That's it. The only downside I'd say about Christian, is he needs to take a rest at sometimes.
You know, that's true. Yeah.
You know, because he's full on, because he's dedicated and he's passionate, and he wants to build this, and he wants, you know, right fights, safe fights, you know, people having a good time, coming to see some banging, cracking, you know, bare knuckle pit action, because there's nothing like it out there. There's nothing out here like that. You know what I mean? In such a small arena in the 8v8. So yeah, that's the only sort of thing I say to Christian is, take a day off, lad. You know, at some points.
He does address that, right? He's aware of this as well. He's self-aware, and he does address that. He does let people know, hey, I'm going to be gone until 2 days, and if you got any issues that are Spartan related, here's who you talk to. They're going to be handling things for me for right now, and I respect the hell out of him for doing that. And it's awesome to see that you're aligned there as well, right? Like, you used to fight there, and now you're still sticking as, is this a part of Spartan, or is it it's kind of its own entity, but Spartan seems to be, because of the relationships that have grown from the past and into the future, that seems to be the brand that's at the forefront right now.
It's, you know, we're rolling it out with Spartan, because Spartan's my family. You know what I mean? I've fought, you know, I'm a contracted fighter with Spartan, with Christian. I know all the lads. I know all, you know, not all, well, I know most of the lads,
Most of them.
you know what I mean? You know, I have a lot calling me and stuff like that and video messaging. But I'm rolling it out across all combat sports. But I mean, my heart is at Spartan, but as a community interest company that's going to support people around mental health, bloodborne virus testing, the steroid harm reduction, the substance misuse recovery side of stuff, and then whatever other support people need, then it's UK across any code of combat sport.
Beautiful.
You know, I want to help people, but my heart's a Spartan.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and I wanted to make sure that got out there to the people as well, that it's not a brand specific, that people outside of the brand suffer with the same challenges that we were talking about, right? So it's wonderful that your heart is big enough to allow in the people from outside of the Spartan family as well, because they need it just as much as the Spartan family does.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's there, it's inclusive, it's for everybody within a combat sport. You know, male, female, no, however you identify, you know what I mean. It's there, so the support's there. We just want to help people. Just want to help people.
Perfect. Wow, that's wonderful, Darren. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm a better person right now than what I was 45 minutes ago when we clicked online together. I've very much enjoyed this, and I've taken a lot out of it. It's helped me to accept that bit about myself and to push myself to go to the next stage, right? To put myself to that next level and to keep moving forward. I procrastinate a lot, and our discussion today helped me to realize that in myself, that that procrastination, while at times it can allow for some extra time to get some things done to sort for that compulsive disorder as well. This way I can still move forward, and that I attribute to you and our discussion that we had today. And I think a way to show that gratitude will be to be helping you to try to raise some funds, and let's talk off camera and let's do that, because I think this is going to be wonderful, man.
Thank you, man. Where do you want me to send an invoice?
Well, you can send that to, I won't say his name, but there was a guy who just kind of took me for a ride and a bunch of fighters a few months ago. You can send all invoices to him. Over in the Norwegian areas. All right, my friend. Everybody out there in the world, please give Darren Wilson a jingle dingle. You got some mental health challenges, you're out there, you're a fighter, you're in the community. Give Safeguarding All Fighters Eventualities a call. Talk to them, find out what they're about, see how you can help out as well. And wow, it's been a wonderful day today, Darren. Thank you again very much.
Yeah, man. Nice one. Thanks for having us on. Really appreciated. We'll talk off camera.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to mention?
Yeah, I better mention Mrs., you know, because she'll probably break up my other side of the jaw. No, within obviously Christian Roberts at Spartan BK Fight Club, Lee Robson at Bad Blood Podcasts.
Nice, yeah.
Then we've got Press Prezi, Kath at Press Prezi, which is a printing firm. And just everybody that supports us, Matty Ferris, boxing, Rock Solid Gym in Bradford, where I go and train, Tony Penn. Yeah, thanks. You know, looking forward to being at more fights, being involved. I'd love to get back in pit, to be fair, but hey ho. So yeah, much love to everybody, and really thanks for having us on, man.
Awesome, my friend. Well, thank you for being on, and I very much appreciate it. Well, everybody, that was another edition of Stay Tuned. I am Jeff the Superfan. He is Darren Wilson, and we are signing out on behalf of WBKF.TV right here from the Fahnz office.